Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jill, the founder of BuildSpace. Today, actually, is a short the presentation on our offer to the local QS firm, our eTendering platform. So about the BuildSpace development, actually myself with a QS background, I'm started to distribute the QS software called the BuildSoft from Australia since year 2000. And in year 2011, actually, with my co-founders, my co-founder actually is a technical background to started this BuildSpace because we found many software, the overseas software, they don't cater the needs of the local requirements. So that's why me and my founder decided to come out a system, especially want to solve the tendering system in our nation or even in other country also. So we started to build our BuildSpace. And in 2016, we managed to present our solution to the most the top property developers and also some main contractor in Malaysia. Okay, and fortunately, we have Gamuda to use our solution in year 2018, and then from there, actually, we improve a lot in our software. Okay, the build space, and that's why we have today's the feature which is localized. And now we want to promote our solution to as much as property developers and also the main contractors to use our platform, the solution, the end-to-end solution. Okay. So this is our BuildSpace solution. We have we initially we come up with the BuildSpace Pro. Okay, we started with this system. Okay, because for the I think some of you heard about the procurement system in the markets. Okay, but the build space actually the unique of the build space actually is the BQ for the construction. We take a lot I think about 2 to 3 years to come up with this build space pro version. Okay, because you want to build the BQ that cater for 100,000 of an item per project. It's not easy. Okay, in the market actually most of the procurement system they only cater for limited BQ items, but our BuildSpace Pro actually is quite different. We spend a lot of time on this, and then after that we have come out the BuildSpace E project, which we inherit the eTender management platform and also the online collaboration platform and other features like contract management, cost data, vendor management, project management for the property developer and also main contractors. So the BuildSpace eTendering platform, actually why we want to promote to the QS firm for free, okay? Because now actually we got some property developers are using, and then we want to make it popular, okay? And also we all know now market actually is quite bad, okay? For the QS firm want to adopt a new system, actually is I think it's if you want to invest, I think it's not worth at this time, but that's why we're thinking of provide a free platform. Yes, it's a totally free, don't worry. Okay, so the free is this e-tendering platform is free for all the QS firm in Malaysia. No cost for any invited tenderers, because when you involve tender, of course you will invite your tenderers to participate. So your tenderer no need to pay anything also. And second is a cloud-based system. It's a SaaS platform. So it's a fully collaborative and interactive platform for a greater result. Okay, and the full spectrum of the tender, the ultimate e-tendering system developed by the QS. Actually, yeah, if you, I think some of you maybe heard about the procurements, but ours one is really the e-tender for the construction industry because we focus on the BQ. Okay, later I will show you on detail on the BQ. And also we support the 2-bid procurement system, procurement method, like technical evaluation and also the commercial bid in one system. Because for go back to the support 2-bid, because some of the project you may require contractor to submit their technical submission and also the commercial submission. Okay, and then the secure and safe. We have a proper our server actually is located in Singapore. And then the service provider, the cloud service provider actually is from US company. So it's full of the security and also it guarantee 99.9% uptime. And comprehensive user support, our team will provide the support, okay, if you implement our eTender through our platform. And also it's a proven result because have been adopted by the major developers in digitalizing the procurement process. Okay, these are our current the user list. Okay, Gamuda Land and Gamuda Engineering. You can see the testimonial from Gamuda. Okay, the Gamuda actually they're using the procurement system, other procurement system also called the Ariba, but just purely for procurement for the simple the supply the material and so on. But they use a BuildSpace for their project construction project. Okay, and then you can see the EcoWorks, Bisetia and PDC and others. We also have the QS firm also using our BuildSpace Pro. Okay, these are some of the user. So we want to we want to attract more and more property developer, and then to benefit our existing the contractor user also. So that's why we want to provide a free platform for the QS firm to call for their tender. Okay, and this is a BuildSpace eTendering platform. First, you can just after you create a user inside, and then you can go to create a project, and then you can prepare your BQ, and then upload your tender documents, and you can call for the list of you can select the list of tenderer, but before that you need to ask your contractor to sign up into the system also, and then you can just pick from them, okay, the list, and then the list of tenderer you can pass to your client for approval. You can add the user, your client as a user inside, and then you can select them as an approver in the system also, and then proceed to the tender calling. We also support the tender resubmission, all these things. And during the calling tender, of course, the tenderer will be able to log in to download the tender documents, and then pricing the tender and submit the tender. And we also have the tender opening procedures. Okay, you can assign your clients to become the tender opening also committee. And then after tender open, you can auto generate the tender evaluation, okay, the tender comparison, and then you can export in Excel also all the reports. And also you can use our platform to to send out the invitation for the tender clarification meeting and tender resubmission and addendum also we cater. And then after all this process, you can export for archiving. Okay, you can export all your project, and then you want to proceed post contract into your Excel, you can just proceed. Okay, but our system also have the post contract. Okay, but if you want to use our post contract module, of course, the minimum requirement is you need to ask the awarded contractor to subscribe to our BuildSpace Pro, because they can submit their claim through the system also. Okay, but if you want to use up to the tendering, okay, after that you can export everything and then proceed to Excel. This is totally free. Okay, so I go to the system. I can show you the system here. Okay, this is a web-based, it's a cloud-based. So let's say you already register, you can log into the system. Okay, when you log into the system, you can see the top here actually is the pending task. You can see the to-do list here, the tendering to-do list with pending for your verification, and the post contract. If you use the post contract lah, if not, it will not come out. And also we have the site module also like QA QC also. Okay, and if you scroll down, you can see the number of project. Okay, you created in this platform, and then if you want to see the individual project, okay, you can go to the project here. Okay, you click here, and then you can see the list of the project here with the project status. You can filter your project by your client also. You can create the clients, okay, we call the subsidiary lah, or project, or you can put your client names. Let's say Eco Summer. If you click here, so you can see all the project under Eco Summer. And then let's say I go back to none. You can filter the project by typing also. Let's say 888. So you can see this is a project, and then the project already in post contract. Okay, but if you use our post contract, of course you can see the post contract status as well. Because our post contract also can manage the NSC sub packages. I mean nominated subcontractor. You can see here. This one we call the sub packages. Yeah, but I'm not going to show you this one. I go to the sample one project. Let's say I go in. If you're using our platform, of course, you can see when you log in, you can see all this information. But this one is more on the post-contract information, okay? The contract information and then the claim information. You can see your total claim and up-to-date claim here. If you scroll down, you can see the cash flow projection. And then if you can scroll down, you can see the message. You can communicate, okay, with other consultant. But you just purely use this platform as a e-tendering. So you can just go to here, tendering, okay? These are the information you can see. Let's say, for example, I go to the first one, the cross tender. Before you call tender, of course, you want to select the contractors, the tenderer, okay? So these are we have the three form here: recommendation of tenderer, list of tenderer, and calling tender. Okay, if I go to recommendation of tenderer, you can see the form here. When you propose the calling date and the closing date, and then you scroll down, you can see all these contractor. Okay, this one is a log lah. You can just revisit back, okay, the data, all the post contract data. Okay, the project ready call, and then you can just simply go in to see all the detail from here. Okay, there's a form you can send for. This form is a before you calling tender, you need to submit, and then you can select your client as a verifier to approve this form, because normally as a QS firm, you need your client to approve also. Yeah, the tenderer list. So you can select your client to become approver. And then once the tender is closed, and then you want to open the tender, you can just go to here, open tender here. Okay. So once the tender close, this one is actually is already in post contract. You can see this one have a tender resubmission lah. Okay. So for example, that I go to the first tender here. When tender close, okay, and then after you open tender, you can automatically see the tender submitted price, and then you can print out also. Okay, you can print out also the tender opening form from here. Okay. Yeah, and I close this one. And then if you want to see the rates in details, you can just go to here, the button here, you click, you go to tendering. Okay, and then you will see the BQ. It will let you, you can view all the BQ details from here. Okay, so you can see this is your BQ that you prepare. You can see the addendum also from here. Okay, so if you want to see the tenderer price, you can go to view tenderer here. You can see all this is a tenderer, and then you can go into the BQ. Let's say for this bill number 4, I can just double click. You can see by elements here, you can see the total rates from all the tenderer. If you double click, let's say for example, I go to frame, double click. So you can see from here the frame or the price. When you open tender, the price is automatic sync to here. Okay, automatic imported to here. So you don't need to rekey in everything. And also we have the historical rate function lah. If you have our platform, of course you can just double click, you can search for any historical rates in this the mean awarded price lah. You can compare the awarded project price. So the system will automatic search for all the price for this item. Okay, and then you can see from which project, and then the date awarded. From here you can see the published date. Okay, yeah. So if I close, and then if I want to check the, okay, let's say I go to tender setting. If you want to see this contractor, okay, they are different the price compared to the first submission, second submission, third submission. You can see also, you go to the log, you can see the red color. That means got the changes of the price. If you double click, you can see they change this word below, double click. Yeah, you can see all this red color, that means they changes the price. Okay, the original and then the amended price is here. Okay, so this one you can easily trace. Let's say the tender resubmission, what are the price changes from the tenderer easily. Okay, so all this report you can print, you can export to Excel. Okay, all the report here you can export to Excel with the report module. Let's say I close, go back to tendering. Yeah, so this if you use this platform, it can be auto generate this one, or I can show you the report part. Let's say I go back to this screen. I can go to the, again here, and then tendering report. I just go to tendering report here. Okay, and then you can print out your tendering reports. So you can just go to the view tenderer, and then you can just select any tenderer, or you can go in detail. Let's say for this bill, you want to tick all also can, or you want to select a particular elements, yeah, also can, or you can just tick all, and then you can print rate and total, all tenderer, lowest to highest. Okay. Oh, I didn't select the contractor. I go to tenderer setting here. I can tick. Okay, all the tenderer close. When I go to item rates and total, here, lowest to highest. Okay, so we are print out. You can see the green color is the lowest, red color is the highest. Okay, and then when you go to print, export. You can export to Excel. Okay, all of our report you can export to Excel, and then you just click save. Okay, so I just open this one, Excel file. Yeah, you can export like this, the reports. Okay, and then you can do any amendment from here lah, for the tendering report. Let's say I close. Okay, back to tendering reports. Okay, let's say I go back to here. So yeah, we also have the technical opening. Okay, if you have some of the client, they request contractor to submit their technical also. So we have the technical opening here. Yeah, so you can just open one technical opening. You can see all these contractor when they are. You can see the date when they submitted, and also the score. We have the scoring system also. You can put all your criteria inside. You can predefine your criteria. Okay, and also attachment. You can just click here. You can download whatever attachment from this contractor. If you want to see the score, you can just go to report here. You click here. So you can see your score. This one you can predefine your scoring system. Okay, the criteria. Let's say for example, I go to technical capability. I click. So under technical, I separate by key management personnel, and then project organization chart, and so on. As I go to key management personnel, I click. And then you can see from here, okay, the detail. Let's say the CEO experienced more than 10 years, okay, for this company, they have or not, okay, so they can just tick it, during the technical submission, okay, and then the system will automatically populate all this score, okay, from different tenderer. Okay, so this is uh, all the feature that you can use for the tendering. If you want to proceed to the post contract, okay, let's say you want to use our platform to proceed to the post contract, also can, you can just go to here, post contract, and then you can reuse the BQ to do your claims. Okay, but we need one condition is the contractor need to subscribe to our pro in order for them to submit their claim through the system. So easily for you also. Okay, but this is not mandatory lah. You can use up to the tendering, and then everything you can export to Excel if you want. So I can show you some of our post contract feature here. You can see from here, when you go to post contract, the system will automatically come out this previous, current, up to date, and then you can just drill down until item level. You can update by individual item also, the percentage, quantity, or amount. And also we have you go back to project breakdown, we also have the VO. You can manage your VO also, okay, from here. We also have the VO approval process, all this. And then you can also view all the nominated subcontractors, the claim. You can go to here, sub packages. You can see all the nominated subcontractor claims so far. And also, let's say I close. You also can go to the claim certificate here, and then you can just double click to print out your claim certificate. If you go inside, you can just go to the claim cert and then print out. You can print out your claim cert with all the sub packages. These are all the sub packages. Okay, the claim amount. Okay, so our system cater for the post contract as well. Let's say I go back. Yeah, so this is a benefit that if the QS firm want to use our e-tendering platform, you can use this one for free. And then I can show you, let's say you worry about the contractor, how they submit the tender. Let's say I sign up. At the same time, if you have any question, you can just type your question in our question box. Okay, so let's say I log in as a contractor. Let's say global PCK. When the contractor, they log in and then they can go to the project here. They can just search for the calling tender project. So this is a calling tender project. So they can open this. First of all, they can download whatever tender documents. Okay, if they want to download whatever tender document, they can just go to document here, tender documents. If they click, okay, so they can download whatever tender documents. Okay, from here. Yeah. And then after that, they want to price the BQ, is it? Okay, they want to submit tender, they can go to submit tender here. Okay, and then they can just open this one. And then if they require to submit the technical evaluation, so you can see the technical evaluation here. So this is the form. They click and then they need to select. Okay, let's say the project director have how many years experience, they can just tick here and then they click save. Okay. And also the attachment, they click, they need to attach whatever mandatory document also. And then if they want to price the BQ, they can just go to here, the cube here, they click BQ editor. Yeah, so they can straight away view the BQ, and then you can see they can see the addendum also easily. Okay, and then let's say this one addendum 3. Okay, they say they double click, they can see this one addendum 3. They double click, they can see which item. The color one, that means it's an addendum item. Okay, make some changes on the addendum item. We also cater for this. You can see the prime cost rates, and then if the prime cost rate, that means the contractor have to double click this rate. They cannot amend the supply rate, but they only can key in the wastage label. This one they still tendering, they still can amend. Okay, the contractor, they can submit multiple times. Okay, and then if you override the previous submission, so they can submit unlimited time before the tender closing date. Okay, so just save, and then we also cater for rate only item. You can see from here. Okay, and also we also cater for, let's say they got any other item, they can just type here. Let's say the new item that the contractor might feel that they need this item, or they feel that the QS forgot this item. Okay, so they can just type, let's say meter cube, and then this for intermediate unit, they need 12 meter cube, 20 meter cube, and then 30 meter cube. They can just type and then they can put in the price here. Yeah, and then they can just simply price here easily, something like Excel. Okay, they can just key in the price. Okay, and then they want to print out the BQ also can. They just go to here, or they can reload. They can see the total price here, or they can go to print out the BQ, or they can print out the summary also with price. So they can print out. Okay, and then they can print out the final BQ also. They click here with price, and then they can print all the bills. Let's say they want to print this bill, they can just click at print button, and then the system will automatically print the whole BQ here. Yeah, you can see from this is a landscape BQ lah. Okay, so they can just simply press a button to print out all their price BQ. Okay, so this is how the contractor, if they want to submit tender, they just click at this button, submit tender. Yeah, that's all. It's a submitted, and then they can go back to e-project here, and then they can see the, okay, they go to submit tender again here, click at the tender. They can see the submitted price here. They can print also the form tender. Yeah, they can print form tender also. Okay, so this is how the contractor to submit the tender lah. It's very simple and straightforward. So let's say I press this and log out. Okay. So I show you, let's say if you want to involve your client, let's say after you have the account with us, and then you want to register all your clients into the system, also can. Let's say, for example, I go to Sky, I log in as one of the user here. If you want to register your clients, you can just go to here, maintenance, manage user. Yeah, you can just add your client, okay, into here. But you don't make your client as an admin because your client might not involve in all project because different client, different project. So you just make them as a normal user so you can control all this. Okay, I show you how to control. For example, I go back to the project here. When you have any new project, want to call out, you can just go to here, add new project. And then you can select, normally you can select the standard contract types and then the work category, let's say buildings. Subsidiary, you can create, let's say that client is an Eco Summer, you just click Eco Summer. You can create also lah, this one. Okay, and then title, let's say you can see tendering for project AA. And then address, you can put any the site address. And then the description here, you can just put mixed development. And then save. Okay, so once save, you just take you will be registered as a business unit. Business unit actually is the admin of the project. So you just tick here because you not involve other consultant because this one only applicable for the property developer that they use our system, they purchase our system. Okay, so for you QS firm, you just tick here, business unit, and then you just click save. Okay, so this is a new project that you created, and then you can go to user here, project user. You can see all your registered user here. You also can block the user lah. Okay, let's say the user no longer with your company or what, you can just block them. Okay, so yeah, you just tick or untick the relevant client only. Let's say this two is another clients from another project, not involved in this project. So you just untick, and then we just click save. So you can control. Yeah, so all this editor only can access to this project. So you can control your clients to access to particular project. Okay, and then if you want to how to call the tender, it's very simple. You can just go to project dashboard here. You just need to follow this step. Okay, prepare BQ, upload tender documents, form tender. You want to edit any form tender, and then recommendation of tender, list of tender, calling tender. These three, it might be involve your clients for approval. So you can use this one for your client approval. And then I show the BQ part. Okay, let's say I want to prepare the BQ. I can just go to here, view BQ. Okay. Yeah, so this you can see this is totally new. Okay, and then you can just add bill lah, normal bill. Let's say bill number 1, save, and then you can go to here, and then you can just double click. You can import from Excel. I think you guys also experienced before that. Okay, if you attended our webinar, we can import from Excel, or you want to prepare BQ inside also can. You can just go to import element from library. We have the library element list here. You just tick, untick here, import. So after that, you can just double click again to item level. Here, you can import from library. Also, let's say SMM2. So I go to, let's say, the concrete works. You can just pick from here. Import. Yeah, and then you can do the measurement also. If you want to do the measurement, you can double click. You can do the measurement inside. This one is something like you're taking off paper. And then you go back. You can see the blue color. If you direct it in, it will show in red color, black color. Okay, and then you can select the item type here. We have a different item type like RO, PC, the prime cost lah. If you select PC. Okay, so our BQ actually is a fully compliant lah, according to Commonwealth standard. Okay, because our country is a Commonwealth country, we follow the British standard of the BQ. So yeah, I don't want to explain too much on the BQ. It's quite straightforward. You can import from Excel and then you can proceed to the tendering. Okay, so these are all the features that the QS firm you can use for free until the calling tender, open tender. Okay, so I proceed to the slide here. So that's all I think. Yeah, so for those QS firm that you are interested, it's very simple. You just click yes at the bowl and then my team will contact you to have a meeting to create a user for you. And also the step 3 is a hands-on training. If you have any ongoing project that you want to use the platform, our team will help you to help you also. But we will give you the tutorial checklist for your staff or for your colleagues to go through how to use the system also. Okay, it's very simple. The implementation will not take too long. Okay, so whoever interested, okay, you want to grab this opportunity, okay, to use our free BuildSpace in eTendering solution. Okay, so you can just put your pool here. Okay, and then we will be contacted to get a free account. Okay, so if you got any question, also you can raise up if you want. Yeah, it's very simple. If you click yes, and then our team will contact for you to organize an online meeting and then brief you and then create a user account. And then you can start to use it. Okay, I think yeah, that's all for today. For today, actually, our specially is want to promote our free platform for the QS firm. Okay, thank you all for your attendance. Okay, thank you for your attend. Yeah, we will contact those who say yes, and then we will help you to create an account and then guide you how to use our system to proceed to call tender. Thank you very much.